I told them about the fish story. When he was getting his teacher certification, he had this little experiment with a fish. I don't know if I pointed that out to you guys. He anesthetized a fish, and the students thought it was dead. And so he wants them to suspend their judgment. You know, don't jump to conclusions. And he almost didn't get his certification. You were traumatizing the children.
Well, what they do in New York when you want to become a permanent teacher is you have to go through a class. You have to teach class. So the class was in Boys High, in where I was. And you don't know the kids, they don't know you, you just go in the class. And they sit in the back and they watch you teach. And so I looked at the front of the book and it had suspended judgment. That's one of the goals that you want to get people to do through science. So I looked around and it just so happens that they had some goldfish in the classroom. So I decided I would do something before the kids came in. So I anesthetized the fish, put it back in and it floated to the
by the way, what did you use? You used little ether there? What were your concentrations to know that they were going to be able to resuscitate it or whatever?
Many times. So I thought it would be a nice lesson since I didn't know them and I didn't know where they were. And so I did that. And they came in and they were angry.
You killed the fish.
Because I killed their fish. Because I also put into the tank a large, on the outside of the tank, I had a battery, big battery, and I took 2 leads and I put in the water.
They weren't connected, but it looked like it really, you'd electrocuted.
I said, well, what's the problem? First I thought, I got to sit down. That took 5 minutes. And then I said, what's the problem? Well, you killed a fish. And I said, how did I kill the fish? With electricity. I said, look, that little battery is going to kill the fish? Yeah. And we argued about that, etc. I got a kid to come up, I put his fingers on the thing, nothing happened, so it didn't kill him. And then I said, well, I guess maybe I did kill the fish then that way. Well, if the fish is small, it can't take the electricity. So I didn't quite let that go, but that ran its course.
Yeah.
I said, but how do you know the fish is dead? Well, when we have fish and it dies, it comes to the surface, it floats. And look what you did.
Always back to him, right?
Anyway, you get a picture of these kids not knowing me.
Yeah.
In a school that at one time was a very good school, now it was in poverty. You know, it was interesting.
Absolutely.
But that's when I got done. I waited outside, and they came outside, and they liked the lesson. But I said, "That's not science."
Not science.
That's what they said. They said, "That's not science." And I said, "Well," I took the same book that I had looked at, which had the goals in it, and I said, "Look at this." I said, I thought I was teaching a class. I didn't know them. They didn't know me. I didn't know where they were. I said, so I taught for this objective.
Right. In a constructivist way.
So
Because you established a problem, you facilitated the discussion, from which they drew their own conclusions.
All I did was take the fish, take a glass of water, slip it up or down, do it back in there with the electricity was still there, and then fish swam.
But they do, the kids do.
Oh!
Well, you even had
I tricked them.
you had a microscope as well. That was the part I thought was good.
Well, that's how we knew that. That's how we knew the fish was alive. You see, I took it out, put it on one of those little,
The slides?
slides, and wrapped it around, and then put the tail. Had them look at the tail, and blood was circulating.
I thought that was brilliant.
But I shook it after that and swam, went back in the water with electricity.
So we still want to know what was the anesthetist. just ether? Or something?
Yeah, you could, a couple of drops of ether, yeah.
Yeah, that would do it.
Probably within no more than 10 seconds, not even. Depending on the size of the fish, there's
Just a couple
seconds.
one of those
A dropper.
medicine droppers.
Right, a medicine dropper.
Right,
That's enough.
right.
1 or 2 seconds is enough. Because I used to work with rats, but we used to anesthetize them with intramuscular anesthesia because you know when you're taking out their testes, you don't want them to wake up in the middle of the procedure.
Oh.
And your grade was dependent upon them surviving the procedure for you to be able to take the subsequent data.
There you go. Right.
And believe me, at GW, it was really aggressive. You had to watch your rat,
So
make
this
sure it
is
was
math
locked.
and science up here?